the Sober is the New Cool t-shirt started like basically so I could give back to either mental health and addiction. That's really what I don't make any money doing this in the least. I give away more than I sell, but that's okay because to many people, when they put this t-shirt on, that is like a armor for them and they're proud. And when they send me pictures and they have a smile like from one ear to the other saying, sober is the new cool and they stand tall, they stand differently. I think that's quite amazing that all over the world this is happening. So it's making people, it's like a way for people to talk about it without having to talk about it. Like, what's that shirt? What are you wearing that for? Oh, that's really cool. And 9 times out of 10, somebody in the group will say, oh, my brother has a problem with alcohol, or my daughter, or my son. And you know what? It just opens up the conversation so that it's not that ugly problem that people are having. It's not, it's over. It's a disease. Let's get over this. It's a disease. Nobody wants to wake up. So to me, I'd love to be able to sell more t-shirts only to be able to help other people. And when anybody asks me to like go to New York and help pass a law, I'm going to go. I'm going to do whatever. I'll talk about this until I'm gone. And I'm going to encourage many young people to find out that they are enough so that they can carry on. Because I feel that every time I help somebody, it's really funny how they help a whole bunch of people, right? In their neighborhood or their little section of the world. So we created Sober is the New Cool ambassadors only because I feel that human connection is key. I mean, if you can do the FaceTime and all that I do it all the time and I love it. But if someone's in your neighborhood and you can go for a walk or you can go for coffee, I think that's huge. So that's why these women and men have decided to say, yes, they would be an ambassador just to help where I can't. And for people to know there's somebody close by. And you know what? I'm going to keep, helping anyone who asks. I always say yes. It's that simple.
Yeah. And yes, you do. You did mention something really interesting, drinking age in Canada, 18, and then reference your family.
Yeah.
And so much of this, and I've seen it not just with alcohol, but, primarily marijuana, and it has become another cultural thing. It just becomes so embedded. And I mean, I'm guessing you probably grew up with family, every Canadian friend I had, I said, yeah, I grew up in my dad, my uncles, and even my mom, maybe they're, popping beers at the end of the night or on the weekends. And that's what it consisted of.
And especially I find in, middle class or upper middle class, it was almost worse. There were more parties, there were more events. And you know what? Even now, every time you see an advertisement, somebody's on a yacht with a bottle of, vodka or whatever. They're on a plane. It's so unrealistic. They'll show somebody lying down on the floor or throwing up in the bathroom. So let's really, but it was so socially accepted, and it still is. It really is. Nobody really says, that's why everybody says, "Why don't you drink? Why don't you drink?" And I said, why do you?
Yeah.
Why do you?
Yeah.
Like, and if you throw it back, it's kind of funny, and I kind of giggle when I say it because it's kind of like they have no problem asking me why I drink, why I don't drink. So why shouldn't I ask them why they do? Right?
Yeah.
No, but when you think about it, it's true, isn't it?
I, I, I've done that with a few people, and I have yet to get a really good answer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like,
Or maybe my famous line was, I only had 2 glasses of wine.
This is the Knocking Doors Down podcast, featuring celebrities, experts, and everyday people who have overcome adversities, including addiction, mental health, and trauma, to live purposeful lives. And that's what Knocking Doors Down is all about.